Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Azothan once again, and we are going to be taking a look at the idea of how do you open up as dark green. We know that dark green has yellow, the dwarves, as an ally, and he has teal, the Fel Orcs, to fight off right in the beginning. This is an interesting opening for me. I have always, at least back in the 1.59 days and 1.63 even, you could build champions. It was a very minimal cost to get champion tech, and then you could just start spamming Stormwind champions. I think, in fact, you could probably build them, and then you just had to upgrade their AoE damage capabilities. But it turns out that's no longer a viable strategy, unfortunately, because it's 250 gold to even get the opportunity to build champions, and then it's 75 for each one. It's a huge investment, and with a lot of the new teals I see, a lot of them are opening very quickly. They don't opt to wait and creep their lands. They just sort of go running balls to the wall right through my base. We're going to switch to my cam here, and we're going to see we have vision right now of a very small amount of, well, actually quite an extended part of the map. One of the most important things we're going to start off with is getting Thoris out of Stromgarde. We cannot let him sit up there. He's a phenomenal hero, due mostly in part to the fact that he has an AoE stun with a very short cooldown that is, it's great for dealing with Teal's masses of units. If you can get Thoris onto the front lines and keep him alive, most importantly, I would suggest a Ring of Protection. And you're going to see that I prefer not to let Varian keep the crown. He's too easy to aim. He starts off even lower health than Thoris. Not that much armor, comparatively. And, oh, look at that, +6. I wonder what's giving him that. Is it the... Oh, okay, it's these guys. Anyway, we're going to see that I give the crown to Reginald Windsor. I think that's his name, or is that the... Okay, I don't know who the extra hero responds. We're going to see. But I like to give him the crown because he has a shield ability, which makes him invulnerable. So when he starts targeting, you just tab to him, hit that W key, and he's safe for a decent period of time, usually long enough for you to run away. And it really confuses enemy units. Alright, I want to talk about this, guys. The first 40 seconds of dark green, first minute, we'll give a minute and a half actually. First minute and a half of dark green are phenomenally important. You're going to want to get these mercenaries, you're going to open this gate, group these mercenaries up, and get a whole control group, and then you'll have these 3 guys left over to start your control group 2. Go ahead and get control group 2 with these units here, as we can see. We got some priests, some outriders, control group 2 them, and you're going to want to send control group 2 immediately down here. Control group 3 is going to be comprised mostly of these units. They're going to creep that there. And then control group 4 is going to be these units and these units right here. And you're going to steal these creeps right here at the Tower of Karazhan, and these creeps right here. And then control group 5 is going to be Thoris. He actually has a full control group with units up here, which you want to break down. There's a little dwarven settlement, some creeps, and a control point. Go ahead and take that if yellow isn't getting there quickly enough, and just get him down the front lines, because either you sneak around the back here, either you exit here with yellow and sneak down the map this way and get him to meet up with Varian, or you use him with yellow's army to stun these units here and help yellow break into Blackrock. That's one of the options. I'm going to start the game, and we're going to keep talking about... This is very stressful. You have to creep as quickly as possible. In all likelihood, Control Group 2 is not going to be able to kill all these creeps here. It's too fast. Teal attacks too quickly. As you can see, I'm immediately getting these guys over here. Take out these bandits. You can... See, I'm going to have to start doing this with my opening. I would suggest getting this captain out of here. You can leave these other 2 here if you want. But you're not going to have the strength to creep these islands right off the bat, so these units are sitting here uselessly. I feel that is a better way to optimize my build, get that extra captain on the front lines immediately. And we're going to see yellow very quickly, very intelligently. Vesk was awesome. I'm very sad that I don't get to play with him more often. He turned out to be a very competent player. I was very happy to meet him. And Vesk, big shout out to you, man. I want to make sure I message you and get you to watch this replay. We have another captain here. We have Eat My Head telling us it's been quite a long time since he's actually played Azeroth Wars. This Direwolf, level 6 one, very scary. Can actually kill some of your units if you're not careful. We can see, go ahead and taking out one of my mercenaries there before I pop the crown. Unfortunately, you don't want to lose any units to these creeps if you can avoid it. You want to take Duskwood Graveyard for the aura. You also want to take Karazhan for the aura as quickly as possible. You can see getting these guys the hell out of dodge. Stake on Spear is such a nice guy. Actually, he's been super great about helping with these replays. I don't get these peasants farming lumber quite as quickly as I would have liked, but not a problem. You can see the trolls over here have suddenly run into some undeadish units. They have the plague on them. We're going to be... This replay, like I said, is going to be just mostly dark green and yellow. We're going to open up the map later and see how the rest of this game played out. But today is... Let's learn how to play dark green, guys. And the most important thing about dark green is don't lose the crown. Don't lose the crown. I will yell at every last person who loses that crown because I've done it and it's a terrible feeling. As you can see, these creeps are giving Vari and Ren some experience. He's up to level 4 now. I very much like not investing his skill points into the plus AoE damage skill. I like doing it on the shockwave ability and the movement aura. The movement aura is so good, guys. Conveyance aura is what it's called. And it makes your army extremely fast, extremely flexible. And it's one of the problems that you have with this army early on is it's not that fast. The Fel Orcs got Bloodlust, they've got Frenzy. They're scary, guys. They can move all over the place, and you need to be able to respond in kind. We're going to look at another game tonight. We're going to be mashing these two games together as a tutorial. Now, very luckily, we see that this teal opted to... Let's go ahead and undo Fog of War. He opted to creep. Okay? You can see Stake on Spear has cleaned out most of these. He's killed... Oh, there we go. So, a little bit of static. He's killing off these creeps as well. So he's going to have a lot of money. But, on the flip side, he's given me time to get a lot of money as well. And as you can see, I'm going to get a nice big group of captains here. And that +6 armor. Oh, it's so nice for your army. Now, like I said, I always enjoyed opening up champions first. But it turns out captains are the new way to do it. You want a full control group of captains, and then it's just like I normally do. A group of spearmen and a group of priests. Immediately upgrade your priest special abilities. You'll see they're already rank 1 adepts because you're going to see it come up later. Teal, like I said, has all those bloodlusts, all the frenzy, all the nasty abilities. He even has skeletons now. I mean, it's like fighting red with bloodlust, and that's no good. No one wants to do that. So I have time to grab these control points, 3 of them. I accidentally forget to grab the Swamp of Sorrows, which is unfortunate. Yellow already up in Stake's face. Oh god. But he loses Muradin. Pretty good concave here, actually, for Teal. You can see, I don't know if he upgraded the Fel Orc Raider's ability, but that gives him a small AoE damage. You can see these skeletons here being a bit of a pain in the ass. Mortar teams are a good way to deal with skeletons. Unfortunately not when they get trapped. Oh, he loses both his heroes, and I try to get Thoris down there. So now my attention, we're going to get Fog of War off. My attention's down here, and I'm going to try to stun and give Yellow some time to get the hell out of here. I think, oh no, you don't get to hurt my ally and then just get away. I'm going to try to get a few of you guys. Come on. Yeah, let's hit him. Not super effective, but it felt good. Sort of a Pyrrhic victory. Oh, Teal's starting to tease some units. Oh, there they are. Oh my goodness. All the Eredar Warlocks, all the Grunts, the Fel Orc Raiders. Now I was going to say, the Fel Orc Raiders, when you upgrade them, have a small AoE damage, which is pretty nice. Let's take a look and see what their armor type is. If we can even select one. There. Oh, we had it. We had it, and we lost it. Guys, I'm so nub. I'm going to get rid of that Fog of War. Okay, they're medium armor, so they don't actually do that well against most melee units, but armies like green, where you're getting mostly siege damage and piercing damage, super good. Fel Orc Raiders are really good against yellow if he's just going pure rifleman mortar team. He's gonna try to kite my buddy here. I don't remember if he... Oh, does he manage to kite my guys? That's a little embarrassing. I'm gonna lose a captain for that. Now, I noticed that the orcs are now getting out of the dark portal, so I bring Varian and my hero up here. I believe. Oh, there we go. That's right. I said, all right. They're coming out of the dark portal, but most importantly, we need to get rid of this multiple attack angles for Teal. It's really difficult because if his attack fails here and you're all down here, he's going to come out of Blackrock, and I'm more than willing to sacrifice all of this right here. He can have it all as long as he doesn't take the bridge. The bridge is what I want to avoid him taking. Once he passes that, he can branch out and just go. I'm telling yellow, push now, push now. This is very important timing. Oh, guys, also, I should mention the... He's going to try to aim very, and he's like, I want the crown. And okay, there, you saw that, right, guys? Dispelled it. That is why you upgrade your priests. You get rid of their bloodlust, you get rid of their skeletons, and you get rid of that nasty curse ability, which can slow your heroes and your special units and make them easier to pick off. And there we go, that movement aura really helping me out. Stake on spear kind of getting caught on there. I feel like Stake should have just queued up taking the control points and then immediately crossed the bridge. He wasn't nearly quickly enough. We've pretty much crippled Blackrock at this point, so I can leave yellow here to deal with that. And let's see, who's this? Bolvar 4 Dragon. Bolvar is the one I like to give the crown to. Oh god, and he gets Magtheridon right on the... You don't ever want to send him in alone, guys. He looks like a badass, but he's kind of squishy at the end of the day. Not as much armor. Yeah, as you can see, he only has 2 armor as compared to Varian's 4. Plus 6, I think it was. 5 plus 8. Using the crown also gives you another 2, so even these weak priests have 32% damage reduction with that plus 8 armor. Really good. You're also going to see me upgrade the 1-1 immediately on my guys. A lot of people say that 1-1 is not cost efficient against teal, but it's how I play, guys. It seemed to work out just fine. Now with Blackrock handily dealt with. Oh, and as you can see, these casters for Stake on Spear are not going to be any good without some backup because the mortar teams absolutely ripped through them. Pushing, I also like fighting in this canyon. You see I send a few units onto the side here so that I can sweep in from behind and make it a bit harder for him. Warchitata? Warchitata left. Who is Warchitata? It looks... Oh no. No, oh okay, it looks like it was Night Elves. Night Elves left. I'm getting better. Oh, you can see all the fireballs going down on Thoris. Tons of... with the rain of fire going down on my army, but with the crown, you can see I'm not taking too much damage compared. He's got Kha'Zix blocking off this route. Also, another thing you can dispel is that roar ability from Ren. Ren goes down. Oh, so many curse abilities going down. But with that adept upgrade on our priests, we find that suddenly all those skeletons don't matter. Those curses don't matter. The spells don't matter. We have got him on the run. Wisely, very, very wisely, using a stasis trap to keep his hero from getting aimed. He's going to leave a few heroes, guys back here so that Magtheridon can get away, but unfortunately Kha'Zix is good and blocked in. We're going to lose a captain. I really wish... Oh no, we're not going to lose a captain. I really wish the captains had the defend ability, but I think overall that would probably be a little bit too strong. I mean, they already take so much reduced damage from everything else. They're phenomenal units. And if they could reduce all that piercing damage, they could act as your vanguard all day. I wouldn't even build champions. I would just get defend immediately. And in this version, your axemen are actually the ones who benefit from defend. They have a small chance to do a bash ability, about a 15% chance I think it is, or 10%, maybe it's even 5. Anyway, it's a small percent chance. And they also have the defend ability, so you should use them against armies such as the Night Elves, who have lots of piercing damage, or even green, orange, purple. I get a little impatient inside. I don't want to deal with this advanced boulder tower because theoretically, let's say he gets enough units to fight in this chokehold and actually hold us off. That's bad news with this advanced boulder tower because as we can see, it's already doing tons of damage. I mean, like 2 shots has already taken a third of the health on 2 rows of our units. Not good. You don't want to fight there with that boulder tower when he's defending. So I opt to run in there, take it out really quick, and then leave again. Remember, guys, you don't have to always commit right away. You don't want to just throw away units for the sake of throwing away units. It's not worth it. As I say that, I leave a couple of mercenaries out of the control groups and they get killed. Oh, it's so embarrassing. And once again, look at this. Oh, this captain sitting here uselessly. These spearmen, totally should have put them in my army. I didn't have the time to take this 3rd control point, but I'm going to in just a little bit. I also leave this one to teal. Bit of a mistake. We can take that now. I somehow always forget about this control point. This is just meaningless to me, even though so many important game-changing battles can take place in this area with drops, or let's say someone manages to sneaky get in the dark portal, they can build a whole base here. I'm telling yellow, do not kill Rag right now. It's a waste of units. Teal trying to lure me in, but I'm having none of that. Also, another thing I should mention, should have taken this Dark Aura Control Nexus. It's very important. It allows you to see what's in here. Oh god, and I see lots of people getting ready. He is now bunkered up. He's got his demolishers ready for the siege damage on my back units. That'll rip through my priests and my spearmen very quickly. Delayed spells coming out of nowhere to hit my army. And so far, let's pause this, take off the Fog of War, and see how the rest of this map looks. We see red has already spawned, but he's losing in Scholomance. He's doing a little bit of damage to places such as, you know, what is this? The Hearthglen Inn, stuff like that. Yellow moving in here to take out these necromancers and ghouls. The Horde, the Horde is absolutely demolishing the Night Elves. Once light blue left, I don't think brown had much of a chance. Although, if he pulled back into Felwood, held this ground right here, he could do pretty well. It's very hard for the Horde to break this. Much easier in this map, at least. They don't have to break down the trees, quite as many trees as they did. They can just sort of mine this, come up through here. I mean, you have now 5 entrances, even if you count this. So that's very scary for the Night Elves. You either want to be in their faces about it, or if you have to pull back and fight in a choke, you have to fight here. Because, admittedly, you're going to be giving up most of this. Theoretically, brown could fight there, and light blue could just fight in this choke point. Be very effective. We see light blue did not creep these units. Oh, he did not creep these units. Did he get... Okay, he got here. And he's going to get a Farseer for free right there. Let's put the Fog of War back on and go back to the dark green camp. Let's see. I have now got my priests up to master rank because I need that mana regeneration on top of the crown's ability to restore their mana. I have 2/2 on my army, and I think at this point I start spawning. Yes, look at the champions. Oh, it feels so good. Guys, that AoE damage is terrifying. And they have hero armor, so they take no extra damage from anything. They take reduced damage from pretty much everything. Brown saying, oh, my ally left, best game ever. I'm going to speed this up here because at this point it's me just waiting on the champions, because I know with my upgrades, with the control points we have, we're going to be just fine when we decide to attack the Horde. I just want to make sure that I have a very strong front to do so with. Yeah, there we go. I almost have all my champions, and then we're going to go to town, and then we're going to remember to take the damn control points that we're supposed to. Azothan, take the control points. Vesk finally has his 1/1 up. I'm trying to lure a few units out with a captain. That's always something to consider if he's going to bunker up. Just go ahead and, if he's got units around here, some players don't remember to put hold position, and you can just sneak a captain in there, sneak him back out, and you'll have the better concave on the units that try to chase you. I'm going to just throw away a bunch of these outriders because I see that he doesn't have this, and they'll be very good for wiping out extra buildings, soaking up some damage. Slow this back down. Oh god! ×1 speed. Alright guys, I want to mention, this is a massive army from Teal. Look, he easily has the same number of units as us, if not more. Tons. We're going to slow this down to half speed to get an idea of what you need to be doing when you're fighting an army like this. As we can see, lots of stasis traps going down. Everything in this army is bloodlusted. We're going to have lots of skeletons popping up too. If he loses any units, a great way for him to replenish. Oh, do you see that? Do you see that beautiful little magic symbol going up above their heads? Getting rid of the bloodlust on their units. Magtheridon in a very bad spot. There we go, popping the crown to mitigate some of the damage I'm taking. I use Thoris to stun Magtheridon. And these mortar teams, combined with the fact that we are dispelling all of his buffs, is... look how effective it is, guys. His army is literally just melting to ours. We're going to speed this up ×1 to give you an idea of what it looks like in real time. Oh, his front lines just can't handle it. Those champions are in there doing tons and tons of AoE damage. And meanwhile, we're just fine. He does throw a lot of stasis traps down. Very good choice. But unfortunately, they take a while to trigger. They have to go into the stealth mode. I think it's about a 7 to 10 second wait. Thor's here in the front lines. Oh, he's getting aimed, so I stun, and I'm trying to get Bolvar. I'm like, Bolvar, heal him, Bolvar. Stasis Trap goes off, doing quite a bit to turn the battle in his favor, but as we can see here, we still have these captains, champions, spread out all over the place. He managed to get... he breaks these lines a little bit, but the champions hold. Oh, oh god, very, very wise use of mana burn on my hero there. He doesn't want that stun going off any more than he has to. But we can see the battle is turning in our favor. Our priest getting rid of all of his buffs. Oh, that's like chain mana burn, it's terrifying. Yep, just continuing to get rid of that bloodlust, making sure that he can't really take advantage. That's his main advantage, guys. He has bloodlust and he has tons of units. If you can do AoE damage to those units, box him up in an area that's a bit advantageous to you and get rid of his buffs, you're golden. You got it. That's the key to beating Teal. And we can see another stasis trap going off. I'm gonna have to find out if you can get rid of that stun by using Dispel Magic. And his army is gone. Guys, look at the number of corpses there. It's disgusting. Steak, Chang, GG. Good GG. Kargath is now going to fall. So, while we're doing that, let's see what everyone else is up to. Brown, I don't believe has left yet. No, Brown's still here. Anushi has pulled back, would be my guess. Yeah, he's pulled back into Mount Hyjal. He still has Fandral Staghelm and all his heroes. Cenarius. Let's see if he's got... No, Illidan has died. And Malfurion's no longer there. How odd. I wonder if he even grabbed Malfurion in the beginning. Anushi, if you see this, message me. Let me know. I'll mention it in the next cast. Okay. We've left some units out here, just out and about. And we're going to be taking this. And Red is dead. Red is just gone. You can see not much creeping actually happened. That's very unfortunate. That extra income, guys, I'm telling you, that extra income is so important. Do not underestimate it. So, let's see. What is Green up to? Where can we find him? Alright, they're still cleaning out Skullmance. I'm surprised Red managed to hold on to Skullmance as long as he had. Oh, so that's where the North Alliance is. Putting back on the Fog of War. Going back to my cam. And at this point, we just have a pretty straight cleanup crew. We're going to speed this back up to ×2. Guys, not much is going to happen. Oh, look at that, guys. Now, I want you to take a look at these control points and how they measure up. The Horde has 21 between them. Between myself and Yellow, we have 22. The Alliance has, let's see how bad at math I am. 26. Steak saying Teal's a mystery in this version. I just remembered. He's like, I just remembered. I'm not good at this. So that removes a huge concern. If Teal had stayed in, by the way, guys, you can be kind of an annoyance if you stay in. I don't do it very often because that crushing feeling of having lost your army is so depressing often that you just want to give up. Oh my goodness, and look at this. We have the Alliance breaking down our gate. I open up the door and try to close it really quickly again to trap a few units in there. Didn't work. I let in too many. He's saying, close the gate, you idiot. I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Oh, destroying all my buildings. So now at this point, we have to think, oh god, do we have time to kill Teal, or do we have to just rush back up there? You see me cleaning up a few creeps that managed to escape notice in the beginning. And luckily for us, the Alliance is not going to press their victory. Now, I'm target firing here with these heroes, taking out a few casters. Everything in the back here is very weak, but your guard towers will automatically attack the frontline units, which will take much reduced damage. If you can, and you think you have the time, go ahead and micro these towers to kill off these back units. Hydromancers are going to die almost immediately to them. Barracks. Oh, that poor barracks. Never stood a chance. I was asking if the tram's done, so I give him some money so he can build the tram, because it's going to be very important later on. You'll see that the ability to very quickly jump between each other's bases is great. If you can get rid of the need to traverse, I mean, look at this path. You got to go through here, all through Blackrock, into the Blasted Lands, and then you can help. And what if the army's right here? You can't get to your ally. It's bad news bears. Yellow building some Dwarven Keep Towers because they are beautiful. Dwarven Keep Towers are some of the coolest looking things in this game. They really look impregnable. You can't get them pregnant. I decide to just use my random forces to try to take out this base. Gonna go ahead and target Black Temple because I think there's a definite chance I could lose Thoris. And pushing right there. I don't want to give them a chance to solidify. But we're going to see me get trapped here a little bit and lose a few too many units. Slow it down back to ×1 speed. Alright guys, once again, I'm going to be using Dispel on their army, just in case he's got that AoE, I mean, damage over time heal on his... heal over time ability on his guys. You want to get rid of these battle mages, auras, you want to get rid of the water elementals. Not much you can do about the chain heals right now. And guys, be very careful. If you're fighting with an ally in a choke, they can pin you in. You can see me freaking out here. I don't want to die. Bringing his units back to life. Bit of an unpleasant exchange for me.
Our forces are under attack.
Still just sort of cleaning up in Outland. Oh god, and here's me not moving my units. I don't even realize that he's moved. And Bolvar, get out of the front lines, Bolvar. Any way to see how many champions I have? No, I have no way to see. But if I start producing some out of there, we'll keep that selected just to see how many I lost. And now at this point, it's a much smaller armor than we have, but it's very scary in a choke. We want to pull back and allow them to fight on our terms. This concave will favor us much more than them having all their ranged in that concave. We see Assassin saying, hey, Blue's been AFK this whole time. Oh no, Blue has not been AFK because he has 7 control points. I guarantee you Blue doesn't start out with 7. By the way, I want to plug this once again. The makemehost.com, you can go ahead, hop on that website, and make any game you want. They have almost everything imaginable listed. It's a huge list. And you just go ahead and select the game, pick public game, go to the next step, go ahead and choose your name, choose yourself as the owner, and you can hop in. You don't have to worry getting kicked from your ping, and you have a lot of commands available to you as host. And these people have more experience with it than I do, so they're going to tell me exactly how to get rid of an AFK player. We have 622 gold and 2,800 lumber. You will find that even with just 7 peasants mining, you're going to have more lumber than you could possibly spend. We have 3 now on our champions. Because we're not spending that much on extra units. We're focusing mainly on the idea of extremely strong, small group of units. Great utility. I'm trying to take out these damn generators. They're in such a... It's great, actually. I like the building placement that they gave Teal, because it's very hard to aim them. There you go, Blue telling me, kick Rafina. Rafina. Yellow's up to 2-1. Let's see what his melee's at. 0-1. Good job. Don't bother upgrading. Unless you're going Thanes or some really strange build I'm not aware of, don't even bother upgrading your melee attack on Yellow unless you're way late in the game. You just have money to burn. This Fountain of Health, very useful for bringing back. If you're going to have a lot of skirmishes, you can just bring units back here. Save your priests a little bit of mana. But once we have these priests fully upgraded, their mana is pretty good, guys. Look at that. It's just ticking away very quickly. Let's drop the Fog of War and see what the map looks like. Horde has all of Kalimdor. Oh, they are scary. 23 control points between them. I'm going to do some harassment with Varian. Go ahead and pick off these weak units with Shockwave. Try to pull them back. It's kind of an annoying tactic. If they're elsewhere looking at upgrades or buildings or something like that, you can sometimes snipe a good group of units. Let's see what they're at now. This purple has 4-2 on his paladins. Very good idea. The paladins, the majority of their damage is coming from a spell-like ability that gives them splash. It's 45 damage, just straight 45 damage. That's not going to get upped dependent on your melee damage. However, champions, I prefer to go for the damage upgrade because their AoE splash is based on their base damage. Our forces are under attack, but luckily this enemy Fountain of Health here is keeping us alive. And it's down and we are free to clean that up. Red fortifying up here, sort of dead in Northern Alliance, or Lordaeron. And he's now like, okay, well now I can creep. Surely this is the time. Orange, just going about sniping these stuff. I almost never see these getting taken out. But we will see that sometimes people like to have their last stands in that area. Oh god. And this is a great play from them. Oh, so difficult. They decide to just go ahead and start massing up tons and tons of ship here because there's actually, it's very, very hard to get vision here. I should have built a eagle and just left it here on the high ground to go ahead and spot on either side, and we could have used mortar teams and catapults to take those out. I didn't think of it at the time, and you will see why, because things are about to get stressful. Really stressful.
Research complete.
Oh, hopping up times, and he has his eagle up there already to make sure that if I get one, it's not going to be pleasant. Proudmoore's ship has 4,500 health, guys. It's just a floating fortress. But luckily, Alliance frigates can still stun it, so keep that in mind. It's also really good because almost everything does either piercing damage or siege damage, and with heavy armor, that means that the flagship is very resistant to all other types of marine units. We're going to see it come in play a bit of a role later. These battle mages, I would love to know how much damage is soaked up per point of mana, because they seem like with Jaina's aura, that could be a super effective way of doing things. I might play a game as orange, or maybe guys, hold on, guys, I had an idea. Okay, guys, what I would like to do is do sort of a Fun Day Monday idea. I've been trying to think of the different things we could do. There's a lot of them, actually, and one of those things I would like to see, speaking about Dalaran, is the just using... God, this is annoying. Just using the battle mages, focus primarily on... I think they still make golems, correct? If not, let me know. But just a melee army. Don't go the typical Hydromancer. Don't try to impress me with... your amazing magic seals. I want to see you take orange and use it for something it's not supposed to be used for. Go ahead and just upgrade nothing but battle mages. We also have another one I'd like to try, which is I want you guys to submit to me a game of you getting 20 hero kills on one hero. Now, I know you're going to be tempted to use heroes like Grom or Chandris or the Dreadlords. That's viable. Go ahead and send me those games, but I'd love to see something like getting 20 hero kills with Magtheridon, and you can't just leave some poor player alive letting him think he's gonna win. Like, you have 75 control points, he's got 2, and he just keeps rising his heroes and trying to fight you off, and you just murder them and let him live a little bit longer so you can get up to 20. None of that. That's not okay. Alright? Okay, I'm looking at my fancy ass hat here. Doesn't it look great? Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Yeah. Screw it, we're gonna go hatless. Hatless shrugged. So, Fun Day Monday. Send me ideas for Fun Day Monday. God, I keep calling it Fun Day Monday. It's not going to be Fun Day Monday. It's not even going to be on a Monday, but it's going to be the same theme. I want to see you guys do stuff you wouldn't normally do in games, dealing with the restrictions I'll place on you. For example, as Dark Green, you cannot use your champions. I know it's a huge bummer. Or as Blue and Red, don't even fight the North Alliance. Go ahead and just go straight to Kalimdor and see if you can kill them. Take over the wrong continents. I'd like to see that. Or go ahead and just abandon your base in the beginning and see if you can take over a different continent. Like if you're dark green and yellow, just hop in some boats and go to Kalimdor and call it a day. Just kill everything there and then surprise everybody. Teal's like, those guys are noob. I don't even... Whoa, they have a lot of control points. Oh my god, they're back. And just let Teal deal with... That would throw things off so much, wouldn't it? Teal would just steamroll over everything and hit the North Alliance before they're ready. I would like to see those games. Or North Alliance. Oh, that's another one I would do. North Alliance. This requires team play. Go ahead and kill yourselves. Just kill yourselves and everyone get your second chances. I want to see the Blood Elves for green. I want to see Dalaran just gone. Just screw it. I want that out of the way. Get rid of all your capital keeps as purple and respawn as Garithos' extra army. And do that. I want to see... Or also a game where you win by controlling the high seas. Just go ahead and take those control points. Get as much lumber as you can. You're going to need a lot of those regrowth seeds. And just be a king of the high seas. I believe purple might still have an upgrade that makes his naval units really, really cool. Along with orange and green, you guys should have a lot of fun doing that. Okay, so that's my idea. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to propose this also on diplomunion.com. We'll see what kind of reception it gets there. I'm sure they're going to hate me for it. And... we're gonna hop back into the game, but just keep that in mind, guys. We're gonna be doing some fun stuff lately. All right. Okay. Now let's see if we can hop back in. Hey there, guys. Okay. So we kind of see how this is gonna play out. I'm gonna save you some suspense and say that the North Alliance continues to press us. Neither of us is going to manage to break this bridge anytime soon. Yellow just leaving a nice landmine there for a scout. It's invisible. He could probably snipe it with that eagle there if he chose to. I'm spamming a lot of units because I think I end up spamming Axeman because I want to soak up that piercing damage. But oh god, guys, this is a long game. We're going to have to do this in bits and pieces. A highlights reel, if you will. As you can see, we're at half hour and it looks like we're a fifth done. Oh, I tried to do a sneaky landing party, but no bueno. I managed to get these units out of the ship before they die. Run, run, run. Orange has obviously decided I am Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'm going to take control of all the waters. I guess he'd be Davy Jones, wouldn't he? Uh-oh. Guys. What is this? Pink has a navy. Oh, they took away these little creeps. There used to be some creeps down here that you could kill. Looks like they're gone. Pink does not want to get landed. And we can see here, Gray getting ready to do something. God, what could he possibly be planning? You're going to find out, and it's mean. I load up some ships. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to just run rampant through your base and kill everything. What now? Split up your groups. If you want to do this kind of harassment, make sure you don't just, you know, keep them all together. Go ahead and send 12, 12, 12 at different control points. It looks like they soak up a decent amount of damage, especially considering the fact that my Outriders are bad ideas against those mages. But you can see I'm just like, I want it, give me the control points. And I'm going to try to snipe that. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue to try to lure, but oh god, they've got so many ships here in this blockade area. You can't get over this bridge. It would be suicide for us to attempt to do so. Like I said, if we just let our mortar team sit there, killed them off with some eagles, probably would have been fine. Pink, oh, I love this from Pink. He's got like a blockade going on. Nothing is going to get there. I have the brilliant idea that we're going to go ahead and build a base right here, and then we're going to teleport behind their lines and wreak some havoc. But oh no! What's this? Gray! What is Gray doing? I get a hint of this, and then I just think, nah, I'm probably wrong. Which does not end up going well for me. My units are strong enough now that I can start creeping with... Oh, but those mortar teams just... The captain is a beast, though. Look at him. Whew. Yellow, making sure that everything's safe here. He points out the fact that we saw an armada, but I don't see anything going on. I'm going to queue up some units to go over here, but again, I don't see anything. I also have the bright idea to just prepare a ship to land right here in case I need to build something and then TP over. It's much safer considering the fact that we've seen that they have a navy. This is a brilliant blockade by Still Pocket. Really good choice. Oh no, I'm rallying units. And, come on, I know who's in there. I think I know who's in here. No, I don't. Come on, we're just going to watch this. We're going to watch this to see what happens. Speeding it up. ×4. Look at the glowing things. It's like a Azeroth dance club. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. Death to all humans. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Alright, come on. This is where the excitement is. We do see... Oh, never mind. Let's mention... Orange has a brilliant idea, but we see his armada coming, and we prepare. We send a few units over here. Not enough to kill this, so we're forced to back off for a second, let our units regroup with the rest of us. Oh, he's trying to stun my hero and get the crown, but I'm not going to let that happen. He says balls. He realizes, oh, they saw us. He is actually upgrading battle mages. And by the way, I know I said do the... What are we going to call this, guys? Hold on, let's think about this. What do we want to call that day? Silly Sunday? Sassy Saturday? Oh no, Suicidal Sundays, guys. That's it. Suicidal Sundays. I'm going to cast games on Sunday of people doing my ridiculous ideas that are probably going to end up in death. But if you guys manage to win with it, how awesome will it be? I will cast those games. We'll try to cover quite a few of them. And oh, with this AoE damage and Thor's stun. Oh, there we go. As you can see, I'm using Dispel. All those gone immediately. Those water elementals don't even stand a chance. Pop the crown, continuing to use the occasional Dispel for units. And oh, these Alliance battleships don't do that much damage against our captains and our champions. We're pretty golden. Meanwhile, Oh, God, I know he must have already done it. And I just can't imagine how. Where is it? Where is it? Guys, there was something that happened. It drives me absolutely crazy. It makes this game so stressful. Nope. Not happening yet. Oh, you can see these battleships just being annoying, so I decided, hey, Varian, you've got a shockwave thing, right? Yeah, come on. Oh, take that. That ship is filled with, you know, dozens of crew members, and we just kill it. This, oh god, and that's what happened. I would have sworn that my raider should, oh, that sneaky little shit. Oh, guys, I think you know what's about to happen. How did we miss this? I don't, so yellow went up to here to creep this last little bit, I guess? Yeah, he's gonna creep this and take these CPs. Still sort of a standoff here. No one wants to move, but we're sort of gonna get forced to. Brown with his Reaper getting lots of money. Oh god, guys, he built a great hall and he teleported in. Me being super overconfident, I'm like, can you go ahead and just hold off 3 players while I go and kill 2? Yeah, I mean, we're just that good. I want to mention again, we're not that super high on control points. We have 26, and we're fighting off a total of, at this point, 21, 27 from one army, and 30 from another. So Yellow and I are sort of stuck between 2 giant armies, and neither of which, I mean all of which, are stronger than us. The North Alliance has a much better synergy than Yellow and Dark Green do. And the Horde, oh, with that many control points, and I think his upgrades are pretty crazy. He got 3-5 on his ranged and 6-5 on his melee. And those Warsong Grunts are mean. Those are some beefy units. We see Pink going mostly for Tauren units, ranged, and demolishers. I don't think getting any... Oh, no, he did. Okay. They have had tons of cash to burn and very little cause to spend it on units because they conquered Kalimdor so quickly. And he's like, get your base out my base. Pulling back to these easier to defend choke points. Sort of, poor Vesk is going to lose all these riflemen. Meanwhile, we're just like, oh, just please, oh, North Alliance, please don't attack right now. Please don't attack. But they have to think something's up. I think at this point I put the crown on Bolvar because those Warsong Grunts can just charge and then aim your hero super quickly. So can these Troll Headhunters. Even their heroes are pretty terrifying when they decide to aim. I'm thinking, oh god, maybe I can just aim a Demolisher too. These are really annoying. Demolishers take a long time to build. So taking those out is a good investment of time. If he doesn't want to attack without them, you will find that you can greatly stall his army and give yourself more time to get ready. There we go, Thoris' stun going off. Give yourself more time to get ready if you can take out those long to build units that are integral to his... Oh, we're gonna lose a captain. Oh, poor captains. But as we can see, we are doing some really good damage. We have a champion down here just like, oh, I can solo the whole army. He's really devoted to my idea of taking out Demolishers. Again, lots of damage going down. Dark Green has a short window where if you only have 1 crown and you only have Bolvar to heal, you are super, super effective in about the first minute of combat, and then it starts to sort of peter off. Your abilities aren't recharging as quickly as the damage you're taking. The crown, unfortunately, is not healing as much damage as you're taking. The ground's usefulness is still good late game, especially on lots and lots of units. It can heal a whole army. But its effectiveness is reduced as compared to early game. Just because that crown's going to heal, and then 2 seconds later, all that damage is going to be back on your army. Pink going ahead and bordering up here. We're going to fast forward, and I'm going to tell you what happens. We're going to see a lot of harassment from Gray. And great job on Gray for creeping all these islands. Gray and Pink were phenomenal players. They really scared the crap out of me. But we're going to see a lot of harassment from Gray using drops and raiders to great effectiveness. He's going to go ahead and snipe all my buildings. They're going to take out almost everything because I just can't be in all the places at once. I have this very tight-knit group of units. I have my champions and my heroes in one group, captains in another, spearmen, and then priests. So 4 control groups. And these knights are actually super good. I would say that late game, if you're going to spam a unit, go ahead and spam those knights. I see that these demolishers are holding the line, so I go ahead and kill them off. I left that one there. That's annoying. But you can see these knights do a ton of damage, good health, great armor, very fast. They're good for harassment, taking out control points. Look at that. Oh, just chopping it down like a tree. We're going to head back and fight in here because I don't see gray anywhere. And if I don't see gray anywhere, that means that pink only has Tauren, which are okay, but their splash damage isn't very good on armies of stronger units. And he's got these troll headhunters, which are just negligible. I can AoE them down. I keep trying to land here, but he's got these goblin zeppelins, and he's going to start towering up his coast. That's why they got the shredders, guys. They wanted all that lumber because towers are not that expensive minerals-wise. Oh, God, hold on. Let's slow this down a little bit and show you. My army's taking almost no damage. Meanwhile, his front line is melting. These champions, super good. I think I managed to keep Reginald alive the whole game. And we're just going to see yellow come in to help me. Oh, gray starting to send in a few units. No, that's still all pink. Oh, man, if these demolishers had been targeting our ranged units, that would have been much worse off. But I'm losing a few captains. You're going to lose, guys. You're going to lose a few captains as the game goes on. But don't sweat it. They're only 25, I think, to build. So just go ahead and replace them. It's the champions you want to hold on to. Oh, Varian. Oh, using the crown, using the heals. So much damage going off. And once again, we're going to see a great use for Dispel Magic in getting rid of this frost. Oh, that stupid frost armor. It will slow all of your champions down and greatly reduce the effectiveness of that splash damage. I'm going to send some units around here to the side and be like, you know what, fine. If you want to charge up in here, I'm going to pincer you. Meanwhile, Alliance is still sort of sitting, holding their balls, doing nothing. Playing with themselves. Oh. Where are you, buddy? Okay, he's in the back. But I want to mention... Okay, I don't know why we're doing that. I want to mention that you will see Pink's heroes are sitting at 8 and 7. Gray's heroes, slightly higher, are going to be at 8 and 9. The Alliance has not actually had that much combat in this game, so they're sitting at 6 and 6 for purple. Green, 6 and 6 as well. Let's see. Orange is 6, 6, 6? No. 5, 5, and 4. Meanwhile, yellow. Oh, he's still at 5, 7. That hurts. Okay, I'm just going to show off myself now. Look at this, guys. 11, 11, and 11. I already have my ultimates on all my heroes. So, even though we're pressed from all sides, even though we are vastly outnumbered, and God, we are just getting harassed all over the place, we see that when it comes down to a straight-up drag-out brawl, we're winning. And we're also going to see the Horde realize that, and they're going to say, fine, we can't beat you in a straight-on fight, we're just going to go ahead and spread you thin. You can't have your heroes everywhere, you only have 3 of them, and they work best together. This little ship over here is holding his heroes. Oh, that would have been such a great snipe if I could have just... It's always that moment when you realize if I'd only had 1 or 2 frigates, 1 or 2 frigates more, this game would be vastly different. Oh, guys, look at this. He's just beating up that portal, filling it with units. No one's getting through there. Streaming in so many. Oh, all the Tauren. Still sitting on 6-6. Luckily, we're not losing that many units, so we've had time to get up to 6-6 as well. At this point, I'm spending most of my golden lumber on upgrades. Occasionally, I'm replacing captains, but it's not that hard. It doesn't cost me that much money. I believe, yeah, red is still in this game, and red has managed to make a bit of a pest of himself. Even Mal'Ganis is at higher level than all of Purple's units, just from the sheer amount of creeping he's gotten to do. Speeding it up again. Alright guys, I'm going to jump to the next part of the replay, and you'll join me there. See you guys in a few minutes. And welcome back, guys. Red doing a Doom drop. Oh, I think he's just going to go straight for Capital Palace. Can he take it? Oh, it's going to be doubtful, but that's so much damage. Oh, its damage is slowing down slightly. Oh, God, God, God. It's going to go down. No. Does he save it? Does... No. Oh. Oh. Red saying, well, that didn't work out. Red saying, what the balls is South Alliance doing? They have no idea that I'm currently trying to break back into Outland, and I can't get there. If only I'd been smart enough to build something. I should have built something. Just, guys, when you take Outland, just go ahead and build a farm or something so you can teleport behind the lines and not have to deal with that crap. Very annoying. Unpausing it.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Oh my god. As we can see, he comes out, tries to do some AoE damage to us. Doesn't work out. Orange has decided to stream in with all these battle mages, looking very, very sexy on those battle mages. He's got a full group of these Kirin Tor, also badasses, certified badasses. And Red's days are numbered. Alright, let's jump to the next part. Alright guys, we can see that Gray has decided to start harassing my coasts with his units. Just Rexar at first. He's going to go ahead and send his little invisible scout buddy. Oh, that's so annoying. And they've managed to break out of the dark portal. We had to retreat. Oh, it was brilliant. He made me think, oh, I'm going to go kill Rexar, and then bam, he just took off. Jamie left. Oh, that's right. Orange left the game. So we see that Orange has left the game, and I'm going to get a whisper. I'm going to get a whisper from, I believe, purple or green, and they're going to be like, hey, you wanna ally up? Which would have been a big no-no. Yellow all over the place with these town portals. Very, very good job. He's doing an awesome job of making sure that at a moment's notice he can be anywhere he's needed. Red's still alive, so getting a little meh. He's like, I'm gonna go play a real strategy game. I tried to go ahead and land a transport ship, but I didn't expect the coast to be towered, and I die. Misha still banging away. Meanwhile, all these transport ships are going back home to go ahead and get a big cargo full of, you'll see in a sec. Hey there, as we can see, they have now officially just massed up around the portal to the point where I cannot even get units in. So that's annoying. And I decided, hey, I'm going to go get the eye, because that seems like a great idea. Let's see how that turns out. Maybe not such a great idea, looking at this giant armada he's going to take me out with. Oh, they really do go overboard on making sure that no one can get to them from the sea. And, oh, pink too. Just so many units, guys. So many units. Me trying to fight off with just my poor frigates. Not going to turn out well. What's this? Yellow finally decides to take out Ragnaros. And he's going to do it, I think. But he loses heroes again. Neither of them gets the experience with that unit. The Horde go ahead and take out my poor port. I'd like a bass of poor port. So I have to haul friggin' butt all the way back here with my hero group to try to fight this off. Which, luckily, Varian is singularly designed to do so with that shockwave ability we're going to see go down and take out a big chunk. Come on, use shockwave. There we go. Whew, big, tons of damage going down. Meanwhile, oh, the Alliance has officially destroyed Red. They figured, well, if he's going to leave the game, we might as well go get some free control points before we demolish our southern buddies. That'd be me and Vesk. Reaper of Doom is a phenomenal player. I want to reiterate that. He is going to do some of the best harassment and the most drive me crazy kind of crap I'm just not ready to deal with.
Forces are under attack.
Here we go. I build this barracks. I go ahead and take this control point. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to teleport in. At this point, I have my catapult. You're going to see these catapults multiple times. I'm thinking, oh, such a good idea. Catapults, they already benefit from all my melee upgrades for no logical reason whatsoever. So I'm just going to get a lot of them, and I can do tons of damage to his casters. Too bad I just go ahead and friggin' run them through the gauntlet every time. They're always out of place. And they just get killed every time. So newbie. I'm like, nope, not fighting this army. I'm leaving. Killing a few of my priests there. I wonder why I didn't have any priests when I entered this, and I think I know why. Probably because they all got blown up by those ships. Lots of damage going down this army. As you can see, we're prepared to deal with even this number of units, all capable of dealing, using their spells at the same time. They go ahead and mind control a few of us. I don't want to waste any time, though, because, oh, Pink is out there just waiting to murder me. We can see lots of more units. They do not want me getting out of there. Tons of units in these ships. They want to snipe me if they can. We're going to slow it down to 1x speed because, luckily, I've already managed to grab the eye. It's right there. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. We got it. We got it. Oh, that's right. Thor's got it because he's a baller. All these units sitting in the transport ships still not going in. Should go faster, man. I think he doesn't know that I planned for this. I bought an extra scroll of teleportation because I knew. Oh no, guys! Yellow is under siege. They finally decided to attack. And where are we right now? We're dealing... Pardon me. They're dealing with the fact that we know this can come charging in at any moment. He finally unloads his units in sort of an angry way. He's like, fine, you're going to teleport out, screw you. Back up to times 2 speed. And at this point, you're going to see... Yep. Everything's dying. Green saying, hi Pink, how you doing, buddy? These cannon towers, these dwarven keep towers are not going to stand long against that kind of firepower. Very wisely splitting up his units, going ahead and take out all these control points. We never creeped this little batch of stuff down here. But we did get that. That's the most important part. Oh, look at all that damage going on. I summoned my army. It felt like it was going 2x speed. I summoned my army up and I'm like, no, we're not going to die. Keep the champions alive. Just run. Oh god, actually it's a lot of damage. Back up. Chain heal's going down. But these keep towers doing a good job. They're holding. My units get stuck on the front lines. Oh, so you can't even see what's going on, can you? There's so much stuff. Roar being used. I could probably use my priest to dispel that, but unfortunately because of the way this is set up, I can't actually get in with my priest. If I try to get anywhere near with my priest, they're gonna die. But the keep towers are doing so much damage to this army. We've killed off all their melee. He reses a few of them, but they're gonna follow my champions now that he's behind my lines, and we can start rushing in. We can see chain heals going down. Oh god, guys, it feels like it's 2x speed, doesn't it? Unfortunately, he gets his High Elven Magus stuck on the front lines, and they just start to eat all the heads. Meanwhile, oh guys, we're gonna see me get so angry here. So unfortunate. We managed to push this back. After a long involved fight involving Thor summoning lots of units, doing tons of AoE damage, we are gonna hold this off. But while we're holding that off, oh no, catapults, guys. Catapults and guys to build stuff with. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, we are just eating them for lunch. Alright, let's take another look at the heroes. 13, 14. 13, 13, 14. Green sitting at 9, 7, 8. What's Gray at? He's at 8, 9, and 9. Not bad at all. Still Pocket, 9, 8, and 4. Ooh, 4. Thrall's at 4. That's not a situation you want. Purple, he's had his units up. What is it? 9 and 8 and 4. Garethos not getting that much to use because unfortunately he just dies pretty quickly. And yeah, so orange is gone. And Vesk, probably still sitting pretty low on hero. Yeah. 6, Murden. Magnai's getting a lot of experience here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. And I'm about to poop my pants because I should have taken this back. If you lose your port, take back this thing and rebuild it. I don't care, it's like 100 gold. Just do it so you have a little bit of warning before something like this happens to you. We already know this fight appears won, and we're just waiting on Reaper to decide, hey, let's ruin Azothan's day. We got a lot of stuff in here. Rokan and Grom have their own ships. They do not mingle. They do not mingle with the lower crust, okay? They are the creme de la creme. The cream of the orcs. Ew, orcish cream. Probably made of a lot of grit and other unfriendly things. Come on, Reaper sort of stalling here. Not doing all that much.
Job done.
See where all of his units are spread around. He's got a lot down here. We're like, hey, should we push north? And I say, yeah, it seems like a great idea. Because, unfortunately, this game, every time we decide to do something, Doesn't work out. Pink, managing to get vision, says, hey, look, they're fighting up here. They're all up there. You should do something. And oh, here it goes. Oh my god, these goblin zeppelins are slightly annoying. I'm glad they don't have that much damage. Guys, are you stressed out as I am looking at what's about to happen? Because oh god, oh, slow it down 2 times speed. Raiders rush in. Oh, immediately gonna break down that gate with that siege damage. These catapults. Oh, these catapults. Luckily, I don't have that damage upgrade, but we're gonna see. Oh no! And I'm like, go, 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 go. Oh, go, please, God, go. And these catapults are just gonna start sort of demolishing everything. I do have 2 upgrade on my buildings, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. And as you can see, he goes ahead and tells these Warsong catapults to go ahead and just keep banging on my Stormwind Keep. And I start spamming. Oh, I start spamming these so hard. All these units are focusing on killing the... None of my units are dying. It's just the Keep. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I'm trying to use Thors to kill off these ranged units. But, oh god, I wish the peasants spawned with auto repair. And there goes my Keep. Keep's dead. But we're going to see here, I go ahead and res a bunch of my units, and I start killing Rexar, and I clean this out of my base. This isn't the end of the game, but it is extremely, extremely painful. And you're going to see me get a little like, Meanwhile, Gray also landed over here and started taking all my control points with these raiders. Brilliant job. I'm a little pissed off. I'm like, yeah, you went for the base aim. It's fine. At the end of the day, it's totally fine. These raiders, with their medium armor, are actually taking reduced damage from piercing, so you can go ahead and kill all these improved guard towers and whatnot. They're excellent. Gray's gonna get indignant and be like, hey, what are you talking about? I don't base aim. All evidence to the contrary, my friend. But again, guys, do what you gotta do to win. It is completely fine. We are sitting on 19... Oh no, that's great. We have significantly fewer resources. Gray has somewhere around 3,000 gold. The Alliance is tacking yellow again now. And we're sitting at about 200. What's yellow at? He's got about 179. The Alliance sitting at a lot more than we are. All of them sitting. Not actually using Orange's units now. You'll find that when a player leaves, it's often better to just take their control points rather than try to control their units because of the unit selection options that they have in the game. You will select your units before theirs, and it can be very confusing. All these catapults. Oof, all these catapults. See a big... Whoa, whoa, we're missing excitement. Pink has streamed out of the Dark Portal and has pushed us back into Stormwind. Because they're thinking, guys, he's almost dead. We took out his champions. He can't do anything. At this point, I have 3 champions left. He starts to target all of my buildings. I'm so angry, guys. I was like, oh, this is really difficult. And they're going to try to break in. Not successfully, luckily. Yellow, since we have the tram, is able to bring in tons and tons of these units. And I think I'm going to dispel that off his units. Or no, that's right. Oh, but you can see, look at this. This is literally the Siege of Stormwind that every Horde player wants to see. Those catapults destroying all the homes, the poor innocents being killed. Meanwhile, the Alliance is demolishing yellow. Vesk is in great danger. He's got 7/6 upgrades now. Look at that. What do we have on our melee? We're at 6/8. Varian is now level 15. Yellow saying it's a GG. At this point, I'm so invested. We're an hour and a half in, and I say no. As you can see, we're an hour and a half in. Look how much game we still have left to go. This game is going to take a few more turns. By the way, we did manage to kill Grom. When he had tried to get into... He tried... Oh, okay, I don't want to say this really quick. Gray was still under the impression that you could take control points and then teleport in. He tries to take the control point with Grom. Doesn't work. We lock him in, get a few reveals in there, kill him, and take the horn. There we go. Purple saying, join us. I'm like, no, and let us conquer the Horde. Would have been kind of cool, you know, pure Alliance versus pure Horde, but that would have been 4 against 2. And I'm just no bueno with that. I think Yellow's going to mention it. Saying like, hey, he's talking to me, he's saying, join us. holding on here by the skin of our teeth. We're praying that Gray doesn't sweep around and trap us here. Luckily, with that conveyance aura, we can pretty safely assume that we're faster than anyone else. Oh, Pink has 8-8 and 5-8 on his range. So here the Horde is doing a lot of damage over to the Alliance. He's trying to take Gilneas. And for some reason... Okay. We see Yellow loses a connection to the game and drops out. He's gone, guys. I'm now all by myself. So you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, you know what? 3-on-2 is totally fine. So I say, yeah, now. And, oh, there we go. I now have 3 allies. Unfortunately, it's still counting Yellow. I should have unallied him. But I didn't think of that. I was a little busy. We're all saying hi to each other like, hey, guys, I know I was murdering you earlier, but you guys want to be buddies now? Let's be buddies. They're massing up there so they can pincer the Horde. Alright, I'm saying this game has been crazy. What's going to happen is we are going to successfully manage to push the Horde out of here with the exception of the Dark Portal. I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to get to the Dark Portal, eventually successfully doing so, which will rejoin at that. The Alliance is going to focus mainly on trying to break here. So let's jump to, I don't know, almost to the end, and you'll see how this game starts to look. Oh, guys, more with the Raiders. Look at this. Gray has managed to slip into Purple's base and is breaking Capital City. Oh, Capital City, don't die. He's trying to target it, but luckily he manages to clean it up pretty well, reses his units. No biggie. We're at ×8 speed. I'm gonna be stopping and showing you guys the highlights of what happens from here on. You can see we've managed to push the Horde mostly out of here. We're going to take back these control points. I continue to use Thorus to summon these free units from the Eye. They're really good. You can actually get a huge army. I've seen blues who have a lot of upgrades on their demon units. Pardon me. Who have a ton of upgrades on their demon units, and they sort of just lose the game, and they are able to hide a hero with the Eye somewhere in some dark, forgotten cave where Azothan doesn't keep scrolling down for no reason. Some dark, forgotten cave, and they just keep summoning. Everyone's having fun. It's all great. We're like, oh, we're pretty confident that we know how the metagame goes. And then suddenly you have a giant army of demons come out, and you just crap your pants. You're like, I didn't even know this was a thing. Purple now surrounding his base with guard towers, making it impossible to aim. And let's go ahead and jump to the next exciting little bit of this game. Hello and welcome everybody. We're now zoomed in because this game's going to get kind of dirty. It's going to get down and dirty. We're going to see that I'm going to try to take the Dark Portal away from Pink, which doesn't work. Not with so many units. Oh, my heroes are so close to dying. Get out of there. Pink saying, why? Dark Green, you're so stupid. Why would you try to take the portal? To which I say, screw you. And I'm going to just tell you what happens. I keep throwing Thorus in here and then stunning. And then while they're stunned, I toss Varian in there, get Thorus out, and use Varian's Shockwave, which if you do that enough, you're just going to kill it. And then once there's a big enough gap, I send in all my army, and it's over. And I eventually take the Dark Portal back. Meanwhile, we're going to see lots of stuff happening up in the North Alliance. Gray is going to continue his harassment to pretty decent effect, actually. He certainly keeps distracting them much more easily than he would have otherwise. And now I have to be really precise now that we're zoomed in. Purple telling Green that he needs to go take this, and we can use this as a base of operations to go ahead and land on their shores. Oh, and I empty out Yellow from his base so that Green can come in here and go ahead and take the Great Forge items. Let's watch this and see if I discover what to do with Thorus and how long it takes me. Oh, and Asterion almost dying. Even though I've emptied the base out, there's still guys. His heroes are just not up to snuff. You've seen how much combat I had to go through. I'm definitely outnumbered. Oh, God, trying to send in free units. Nope, the demons die almost immediately. Blah, 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 blah. They're telling me to bring Magni to the Aerie so that we can have an additional CP. But oh, look at that stun, guys. They're all stunned. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Let's go ahead and slow this down so you can see. These units, they're kind of scary. Look at that. I mean, the ones in the front are pretty badly damaged. Let's see how long it takes for Varian to come out. We're just going to watch these units' health melt. There's nothing exciting going on. A bit of a fight up in Quel'Tha Loss, where the Horde tries to land. Then there's going to be a bit of a fight in Northrend as they continue to try to harass. I want to greatly commend Green. Oh god, it looks like. Let's go ahead and catch that fight really quickly. Woo! They have landed. Look at oh, it's so scary. They keep building bases and then just dropping in on us. Oh, and they're gonna try to aim. Yeah, but they can't. They get stopped by the giant army of archers. AoE damage going down from Green's heroes. All to my base. All our base are belong to Green. Oof. These grunts are so meaty. But luckily, Green is getting a health regen aura for fighting in his own base. Pink and gray just stomping stuff. No bueno. Oh, look at this. This is such an army. Just into the base, into the breach, my friends. Oh. We're going to scroll out. We're going to see a slight increase in frames per second, but it's still... This is madness, guys. I hope it's not too laggy for all of you. Is War Master... Oh, okay, it's just a Troll Warlord. Good. Oh, look at all the auras this army has. They have Bloodlust, and they have Unholy, Endurance, Command, and Brilliance aura. Whew. And there, guys, I teleported in from the back. And we can see Vol'jin using his annoying little invulnerable ability, but since he's the only vulnerable unit, our guys automatically go for him. We're going to see Vol'jin push me out of the Dark Portal with that ability a little bit later. And I think at this point it's just... You know, guys, I'm just going to describe the rest of this game to you. I finally break the Dark Portal. We go ahead and... Purple masses up a base here. You're going to see there's a giant Armada on Armada fight going on here before Purple finally manages to land a unit. He builds a little bit of a base and we all TP in. We start working our way down here, killing everything as we go. That prompts Gray to leave, and then I believe Pink leaves. At that point I say GG. It looks like they were getting ready for some kind of... Either they were worried that we'd sneak an invisible unit in and go build a base up in Mount Hyjal, or they were ready for this to be their like fallback end of the game kind of plan should things go terribly wrong. And that is game one. I think it's been quite a long cast at this point, so we might just cast the second Dark Green game as a part 2 later on before I leave this week. So let's go ahead and just summarize what we've talked about. Hey there, guys. Okay, so let's talk about what we learned today. We learned that if a teal rushes us very quickly, we cannot... Ooh, oh, that was scary. We cannot afford to go straight for champions. It's not going to work out. It's not going to be very cost effective. We've also learned... Hey there. We've also learned that teal is very scary with his buffs. Every race is very scary with their buffs, and Dark Green, quite luckily, has an awesome ability to dispel the magic of almost any race that we can possibly think of. There's no danger, really, to fighting anyone who has a magical edge to their army. Armies like Purple with the Paladins, that's still going to be kind of scary. We don't have any mana drain abilities. Thoris can do a good job of stunning units. We'll see that yellow, having a good yellow, is absolutely phenomenal. If he uses mortar teams and rifles and landmines, it's a huge help to the game. I'm not sure I could have taken stake on Spear by myself. I'll say that. I will definitely say that for sure. So we covered the idea of dispelling, keeping our own buffs up. Dark Green does not have a singular dispel that I know of. Like the Horde do, they can use Purge to get rid of things like lightning shields. If you're playing Horde, there's a point where I'm fighting them and they start throwing down lightning shields on my army, and I'm really reticent to go ahead and start stroking my beard. I'm really reticent to cast dispels on my army because I have, I've got Inner Fire and the auras and the crown ability and whatever else is on my units, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to lose that. But in the end of the day, lightning shield will tear up your army. That is a great way to get rid of a group of casters. So that's pretty much it, I think. We've covered Dark Green. We've seen that the openings, we need to very quickly creep everything, get a group of champions, spearmen, priests. That is essential to holding the thing. As soon as you get a little bit of leeway room, just go ahead. Leeway room? I don't think that's a word. As soon as you get a little bit of leeway or some breathing room, go ahead and build those champions. Start getting them out because they are very effective later in the day. We're going to see another replay I do where I go for them almost too quickly, and I end up getting pushed back into Stormwind and having to do a bit of a guerrilla fighting sort of thing. But as the game drags on, the champions become more and more efficient and very effective. They're very cost efficient for what you put into them if you can keep them alive. And we'll be watching that game, and I'm really happy that it worked out in that game because it was against someone who told me, I told them, I was like, dude, I go straight for champions, and they just laughed at me. They were like, dude, you are so newbie. Oh, you're so bad. And then I totally kill him. Oh, it was great. We get the Mag Third and a trap, and we kill him. And it almost like he wants to rage. You can tell he's just like, well, I haven't played in a while, and even though I was talking about how I know all the strategies for the game, best player, huh? Oh, scoreboard! Hit the microphone with your hand, Azothan, a few more times. Okay, guys, this has been Azothan. I hope you enjoyed the game. We're going to be covering a little bit more dark green. I'm going to try to play a game as teal. I'm actually about to play a few games as teal. But send me in ideas at nethron21@hotmail.com for the Suicide Sunday submissions. You can also submit your replays of that, or you can go to diplomunion.com and go ahead and post them on the forums there. I will also be looking there for good games. And the community is great. We're seeing a bit of a return, like a growth in the Diplomunion community. You guys should definitely go check it out. It's a great bunch of people, except for one or two. But they kind of know they're trolls. And every time they speak, everyone's like, shh, quiet. Just go sit in your corner. No. Time out. 5 minutes. You said the wrong thing. $5 in the douchebag jar. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. This has been Azothan. And I'm going to try to press this stop recording button without looking at the camera.